Good afternoon. My name is Kristen DeMarco, and I'm here today to express the problems that adolescents are facing because of reality television and other popular shows. Being an adolescent myself, I have faced many obstacles when dealing with problems that result from ideals or morals from reality television, and by shedding some light to you on these topics, I'm hoping you have a better understanding of these problems that teens face daily. During this presentation, I will discuss with you some topics regarding body image, violent and sexual-oriented media, and self-gratifying reality television shows. I'd like to start off by showing you an example of such media.
MTV is taking you inside a shore house like you've never seen, full of the hottest, tannest, craziest Guidos. They keep their hair high.
It takes me about 25 minutes to do my hair.
I started to freaking poof.
Their muscles juiced.
Pretty much I'm ripped up like Rambo.
I'm hot.
And their fist pumping all summer long.
Fist pumping like champs.
So don't be a hater.
If hating is your occupation, I probably got a full-time job for you.
MTV's new series, Jersey Shore. Get ready for a whole new crazy. Premieres Thursday, December 3rd at 10, only on MTV.
Shows like The Jersey Shore are a perfect example of how media can influence the lives of young adults by emphasizing perfect body image and erratic behavior from alcohol abuse and sexual promiscuity. First, we will discuss the role of body image in the media and how it negatively influences young men and women. The media will constantly portray women as very thin and try to make the audience believe that the thin image is the most socially acceptable body frame for women, and anything other than that is not necessarily acceptable. If a woman does not have long flowing hair, tan skin, and a designer wardrobe, she is seen as imperfect and less desirable to men. For men, they are supposed to represent an image like we see out of a Calvin Klein underwear ad or look like People magazine's Sexiest Man Alive, in order to be successful in business or with the ladies. We see it every day on MTV shows such as The Jersey Shore or on celebrity news shows such as E! Nowadays, there is so much media attention focused on celebrities that most adolescents will dramatically change their lifestyles just to try and be like their famous idol. A study done by a professor of women's studies in India found that people who do not reflect the perfect body image feel less happy and less self-confident because of the pressures that media puts on this image. Programs should be enforced in school, and parents need to become aware of what their son or daughter is watching on the television or reading on the internet, because without monitoring, serious outcomes will arise and bigger problems will surface, such as teen anorexia or even suicide. Many people fail to realize what a serious impact body image has on adolescents nowadays. If everyone were to work together to overcome this false idea of what the perfect body is supposed to look like, then we all as a whole can eliminate such issues like lack of adolescent self-confidence and depression. Next, I will discuss a problem that is associated with the superficial body image. According to authors from the Department of Telecommunication and Film at the University of Alabama, the content of shows like The Jersey Shore is very violent and sexually oriented, which ultimately is directly related to adolescents' decisions in their early stages of adulthood. It has been proven that certain shows have a negative effect on teens' view of gender roles, knowledge about culture, and it may impact their learning abilities. Michael Slater, a professor of the School of Communication at The Ohio State University, examined how the media exposure of teens and young adults may affect their lives by watching alcohol-related programs such as The Jersey Shore. The study also examined how the exposure of alcohol abuse in the media influences adolescents' decisions, which could lead to death or serious injury. It has been proven that in movies where teen drinking is prevalent, it has increased teen drinking dramatically because of the strong influence it has on young adults. Laura Van Bosch from the University of Leuven in Belgium did a study that showed that adolescent exposure to sexually oriented television shows such as The Bachelor or Temptation Island have a negative effect on their sexual development. These shows also induce more sexual stereotypes such as women are inferior to men and so on. The study by Laura also showed that romantically themed programs give adolescents the instant gratification that they strive for, which also coincides with their personal needs. Because of these violent and sexually oriented television programs, adolescents adopt negative behaviors such as alcohol abuse or produce negative morals about gender and sexuality. Finally, I will discuss with you the gratification that reality television brings to adolescents, which alters their decision-making throughout their young adult lives. Kristen Barton, a professor from Florida State University, studied this topic and tried to understand why shows like The Real World, Desperate Housewives, and Law and Order are so much more appealing than other programs. Kristen found that it is not what the show does to the people that is satisfying, rather it is what the viewers do to the media presented in front of them. ABC's show The Bachelor offers their audience the opportunity to see single contestants fight to fall in love with a person of the opposite sex. Shows like The Bachelor provides gratification because the viewer watches contestants periodically get kicked off one by one until one is left to claim the grand prize. This is appealing because the viewer can make him or herself a part of the show and create a sort of animosity towards each contestant, which gives the viewer that competitive drive that they may be looking for. As you can see, certain reality shows and the gratification that they bring to young viewers can alter their attitudes towards some things in life. In a competition setting, it can make an adolescent very violent and a negative competitor. In conclusion, I hope that you now understand the negative impact that social media brings to adolescents within the topics of body image, violent and sexually oriented media, and instant gratification that it brings, and its effects towards teens' lives. Thank you for your time and attention. This concludes my presentation.